Overthinking. It steals our sleep. It ruins our peace. It makes us live pain twice, once in our imagination and once in reality. 2,000 years ago, Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, warned us about this very trap, and his wisdom may be the cure we need today. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that. How many times have you replayed a conversation in your mind, worrying about what you said, only for the other person to forget it within minutes? How often do we fear outcomes that never happen? Modern science agrees, over 90% of our fears never come true, yet our minds torment us with endless what-ifs. Overthinking doesn't prepare us for life. It paralyzes us. Why do we fall into this trap of overthinking? The Stoics saw three main reasons. First, fear of uncertainty. Our brains crave control, so we spin endless scenarios to feel safe. Second, perfectionism. We want the perfect decision, so we replay choices again and again. And third, ego. We overvalue how others see us, and so we rehearse and rewrite every word in our head. Seneca's insight was simple. We don't suffer from events themselves, but from our thoughts about them. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." Overthinking always pulls us into the future, into fears of what might happen. The cure is to return to the present. When the mind spirals, ask yourself, what can I do right now? If there is action, take it. If not, release it. Imagine this. You're lying awake, worrying about tomorrow's meeting. You can't control tomorrow at 2 a.m. What you can control is your breathing, your rest, and your preparation. Epictetus, another Stoic, gave us the most practical tool, the circle of control. Inside the circle are things we control, our thoughts, our actions, our choices. Outside the circle are things we don't, opinions of others, the weather, the economy, fate. Overthinking happens when we confuse the two. We obsess over what we can't change. Seneca's lesson was clear. Shrink your attention to what is truly yours. That's where peace lives. How do we train this skill of quieting the mind? The Stoics relied on 3 daily practices. First, journaling. Each evening, Seneca wrote down his worries, mistakes, and lessons. Writing frees the mind. Second, negative visualization. Imagine the worst, then see that even the worst is survivable. This makes our fears lose power. And third, mindful pauses. Breathing deeply, counting slowly, grounding yourself in the now. These were ancient methods, but they sound a lot like modern therapy. Timeless wisdom never expires. Today, overthinking is amplified by constant notifications, endless choices, and the pressure of social comparison. But Seneca's message hasn't changed. Don't live twice. Don't suffer what hasn't happened yet. Act where you can. Accept where you can't. Overthinking is not strength. It's wasted life. Seneca taught us that true freedom comes from living in the present moment, not being chained to imaginary futures. So when your mind spirals tonight, remember his words. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Live now, act where you can, let the rest go. Subscribe to Whispers of the Wise for more timeless Stoic lessons to calm your mind and live fully.